Before assembling the machine, please organize all components. We have prepared all types of fasteners, and each step is accompanied by a diagram of the components for assembly. You can quickly assemble the machine by following the steps below. Step 1. Open the box and take out the corresponding components. As shown in the diagram, connect the gantry assembly to the lower connecting tube assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, flat washers, and lock nuts. Ensuring appropriate tightening, connect the lower connecting tube assembly to the seat frame weldment assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, flat washers, and lock nuts. Ensuring appropriate tightening, ensure that all 4 foot pads touch the floor simultaneously to prevent a 3-point stance. Then first tighten at point F. Step 2. Connect the rotating upright weldment to the gantry assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, and flat washers. Ensuring appropriate tightening, connect the rotating upright weldment to the lower connecting tube assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, and flat washers. Ensuring appropriate tightening, connect the rotating upright weldment to the side connecting tube assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, and flat washers. Ensuring appropriate tightening, connect the side connecting tube assembly to the seat frame weldment assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, flat washers, and lock nuts. Ensuring appropriate tightening, ensure that all 5 foot pads touch the floor simultaneously to prevent a 3-point stance. Then tighten all screws from steps 1 and 2. Step 3. Remove the hex socket head cap bolts, flat washers, spring washers. Loosen the nuts. Detach the hook. Remove the cover. Remove the cable head fixing block from the cam. Pull the wire rope assembly outward. Insert it into the hole in the cam. Then secure it with the cable head fixing block. Reattach the cable head fixing block to the cam, as shown in the diagram. Use the original hex socket head cap bolts, flat washers, spring washers, and lock nuts to reassemble the end cap plate. Then tighten, secure the large gasket onto the wire rope disc fixing shaft. Weldment using screws, flat washers, and spring washers. Step 4. Connect the leg swing tube weldment to the wire rope disc fixing shaft weldment using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, and flat washers, along with the bearing retainer. Then tighten. Step 5. Connect the seat cushion to the seat frame weldment assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, and flat washers. Then tighten. Connect the waist cushion assembly to the seat frame weldment assembly using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, and flat washers. Then tighten. Connect the leg kick foam assembly to the leg kick foam tube weldment using hex socket head cap bolts, spring washers, and compression washers. Then tighten. Attach the plastic outer retaining ring. Step 6. Check that all screws are tightened. Any that are loose must be fully tightened. Monthly. Check all assembly bolts and tighten them again. If the product walls, adjust its position or the height of the foot pads. Weekly. Inspect each rotating part to ensure they move smoothly without noise. Ensure the wire rope is tight and the counterweight is not hanging when stationary. Test the pin component for proper function and tighten if necessary. Apply silicone oil to the sliding rod and rotating parts. Use the product normally to ensure all functions are working. Daily. Inspect the wire rope, pulleys, counterweights, and other stress parts for wear or damage. Make sure the wire rope stays on track. Check whether the wire rope is derailed. Check whether the wire rope is loose. Check the product surface for peeling paint, aging leather, softening, label peeling, or surface damage. Replace as needed. Wipe the product surface with a water-based conditioner like Pledge. Loosen all bolts connecting the gantry and main frame. Remove the upper cover. Unscrew the 4M5*15 screws. Disconnect the circuit board wiring. Remove the front and rear panels. Unscrew the 4M6*12 bolts from the upper support plate. Loosen the M8*10 screw on the fixed sleeve of the sliding rod. Remove the fixed sleeve, and then sequentially remove the weight stacks. Unscrew the 4M8 nuts and 4ST4.2*15 screws, securing the left and right covers. Unscrew the 12ST4.2*15 screws. Lift the gantry and replace the lower cover. Secure the lower cover with 12ST4.2*15 screws. Install the left and right covers, then tighten the 4M8 nuts and 4ST4.2*15 screws. Reinstall the fixed sleeve on the sliding rod and secure the sliding rod. Remove the fixed sleeve from the sliding rod and sequentially reinstall. Tighten the M8*10 screw on the fixed sleeve of the sliding rod. Install the upper support plate and tighten the 4M6*12 bolts. Install the front and rear panels, ensuring the panel height aligns with the upper support plate. Tighten the 4M5*15 screws, securing the front and rear panels. Reassemble the circuit board wiring. Reinstall the upper cover. Tighten the bolts connecting the gantry and main frame.